きこえの未来。
はい、皆さん、聞こえの未来シーズン3をご視聴いただき誠にありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
オーティコン補聴器の田中です。
茨城大学の田原です。
岡山大学の片岡です。
はい、今日私たちはまた懲りずにデンマークのオーティコン本社に来てしまいました。今はとてもデンマークらしい風にやられています。はい。で、今回はですね、少し実践的な内容に絞って実際に聴覚障害のある方をサポートするためにはどういった支援が必要かということをまたスペシャリストに聞いていきたいと思っています。そして今回ディスカッションパートも用意しておりますので、ぜひお楽しみください。
それでは行ってみましょうか。
はい、行きましょう。We'd like to welcome the Mr. Thomas Barents from Oticon as our guest. So, Thomas, thank you for joining us this project.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you. And at first, could you introduce about yourself to our Japanese viewers?
Yeah. So my name is Thomas Barents. I head up audiology and research for Oticon. I have been with the company for more than 26 years. Doing many different types of technology development, research, clinical best practice, and generally working with researchers and clinicians all over the world.
Okay, so thank you. And I heard you've been to Japan many times.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have some memorable experience in Japan?
Yes, I certainly have. Mm-hmm. I really enjoy meeting the people, the culture, the nature, and the food. So in general, I really love visiting Japan and being there and immersing myself in the very different experience.
Yeah. Right. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah. Okay, so in this video, so we are focusing on the practical support for people with hearing impairment.
Mm-hmm.
And before we get into the main topic, I'd like to hear if there are any updates from Oticon. And you could also have some question for you.
Yes, in season 2 video, researchers mentioned about Oticon Intent, the latest premium model of hearing aid retailed as an intent-driven hearing aid. Would you tell us any updates on this product and what kind of feedback are you getting from users and retailers?
Yeah. So what is interesting about the product is it's the first one to really capture user intent using a combination of movement sensors and acoustic sensors as well as conversation detection. And what it does is it empowers or even makes the AI in the hearing aid even better at dealing with noise every time it happens. So in that way, it will really help users lower the listening load or listening effort in difficult situations. What is new and about it is some research we have done looking into listening stress. So for many years, we've been looking at listening effort, which is mainly sort of the mental effort of listening. But lately, we've then also been looking at listening stress or the heart rate when people are listening. And we see that heart rate is generally elevated when people listen, especially in difficult environments. And then when people have well-fitted hearing aids with effective AI noise reduction, then we can lower not only listening effort, but also listening stress. So we have documented that the heart rate of people listening is actually lower with the Oticon Intent than previous premium hearing aids from Oticon.
Thank you very much. That's
Yeah.
very great. Yeah.
Yeah, great information. And could you explain the difference of the listening effort and listening fatigue briefly? Because listening stress is a very new word for us.
Yeah. Yeah, so you're right. We talk about listening effort, listening stress, and listening fatigue.
Yeah.
So listening effort is mostly the voluntary effort a person puts into listening to speech or sound in general. And then the listening stress is then the whole body response to the listening effort. And then the listening fatigue is then the accumulated sort of mental or body load on a person from engaging in listening or communication in general.
Okay, I see. So those all concepts are very important to consider the listening ability of children or people with hearing impairment.
Yes. Yeah.
Thank you. And yeah, that's really exciting to hear for your information. And now, I mentioned earlier, our theme this time is practical support for people with hearing impairment. And you are involved hearing care as a part of a hearing aid manufacturer. So would you let us know your perspective on what specific type of support are needed to reduce the difficulties, especially the listening effort and fatigue and listening stress?
Yeah.
People with hearing impairment. Yeah.
So it's important that people with hearing loss, firstly, they have a hearing aid that has prescribed amplification. That's enough to make the sound audible above the threshold. And then secondly, that they get the right kind of support in noise. And it is possible both diagnostically now, we have this new test that's called the auditory contrast threshold that measures listening abilities in noise and can be used to prescribe individually the support in noise that a person needs. If this diagnostic is not available, then one can also customize the support in noise in the fitting software of the hearing aids to the individual needs, so that the user gets the right amount of support in those situations that are most important to her or him.
Yeah, so thank you. So thank you for sharing your wonderful information. And so finally, do you have any message for our Japanese viewers?
Yeah, I think in general, it's important to recognize the importance of hearing for communicating and interacting, and for people to really engage in life as they want to. They need to be able to hear as good as possible. This is possible today. Advances both in diagnostics and hearing technology, as well as hearing aid fitting and rehabilitation, can now ensure that people can get very good treatment that will enable them to engage as good as possible in their life. So really, I think that is important, and we have made a lot of progress recently.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. So thank you for your great comment and insight. And yeah, there are much more things which I want to talk with you, but we'd like to do that in the discussion part later. So Thomas, so thank you for joining us today. Yeah, thank you very much.
You are so welcome.
Thank you very much.
はい、それではトーマスからすごく面白い話聞きましたが、少し振り返っていきたいと思います。たくさん話してくださったのでなかなか簡単にまとめるのは難しいんですけど、まず私の方で印象に残ったのがやはり最新の補聴器の機能ということで、ユーザーの人のインテント、意思をちゃんとしっかり反映するような機能が搭載されているということと、あとは少し将来的な話もして AI の技術をしっかり活用しながらそれをフィッティングに生かしたりだとか、あとは騒音下での聞き取りとかですね、これは前のシーズン2でも紹介したアクト っていうような検査とも組み合わせながらどんどんそのベストなフィッティングだとかっていうのを作っていこうというような話だったかなと思います。この点について先生はいかがお考えでしょうか。
機器の補聴器の機能がすごく進化していっている中で、私たちも専門家、補聴器のフィッティングに関わる方々も、医療の専門家とかももっと新しい知識を得て、知識のアップデートをしていって必要な人に必要な情報を提供できるようにしていくっていうのが今必要だなと思いました。私たちもそういう情報をこれから発信していかないといけないですね。
そうですね。我々も頑張りますし、皆さんも一緒に頑張っていろいろ知識と知識だけじゃなくて技術もですね増やしながらより明るい未来を作っていこうというふうに感じました。
はい。ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございます。
Within the same sound environment, hearing aid users need different support. It may be for trying to navigate a crowded room, engaging with a group of friends, or sharing an intimate conversation. Traditional hearing aids treat all these needs the same because they don't understand what users' intentions are. But what if there was a hearing aid that did? The revolutionary Oticon Intent features the world's first 4D user intent sensors designed to understand listening intentions. This unique sensor technology adapts to listening needs by carefully analyzing the surrounding acoustics, recognizing body and head movements, and conversation activity nearby. With the latest innovative brain hearing technology, Oticon Intent ensures users hear the sounds all around them. It adapts fluidly and continuously to different listening needs within the same environment, supporting users to engage with multiple people or in more intimate conversations, while remaining open to surrounding sounds. Oticon Intent provides crystal clear speech understanding, access to the complete soundscape, and creates a more effortless listening experience, all to empower those with hearing loss to fully engage in life. Oticon Intent. Engage in life like never before with the world's first user intent sensors.